Hey y'all, it's
Bree
and Liv, where we know y'all thirsty for the tea, so come hang out with Liv
and Bree.
Today, we are talking about red flags, and we have our top 5.
Number 1, insecurities. Number 2,
hidden agendas.
Number 3,
cheaters.
Number 4,
respect.
And number 5,
spiritually aware.
Yes.
It don't mean nothing, but I just wanted to, I remember I was in a relationship like that when I was changing myself for the better and trying to grow spiritually, because I always believed it. I won't say I always believed in God. I was brought up in church.
Right.
I didn't always believe in God. I just went because I had to go. But I didn't actually believe in God. I had my own life experiences, which that'll be talked about in another time. I had my own life experiences that caused me to actually say, okay, God, he has to be real.
Yeah.
He has to be real. But when I fell off from my relationship, I ended up being in a relationship with someone, and then in that relationship, something just wasn't right, and it wasn't even with him. It wasn't just him. It was within myself. Something was just off. And so I decided to go back to what made me feel whole in the first place, and that was being back in church and talking to God and praying and studying and all of that and fasting and everything, doing all of that and actually making sacrifices in my life, as in changing the way I speak, changing the things that I do. Even people, I cut them off. And when I was changing myself, the person I was with, because they were not spiritually aware, didn't understand it, and it led them to doing things that they shouldn't have done. And that hurts, but sometimes things are meant to happen because it shows you who that person really was. And it also shows how you can handle things as well. And because he wasn't spiritually aware, I didn't hold that against him, because he didn't get it. And so that's where the magnets just weren't. It just wasn't trying to connect with each other, because I was on one path and he was still stuck on another one. And me elevating up to where I was supposed to be, where I was called to be, by building my spirit, caused me to see, and not to put him down or anything, and not to say oh, well, you're beneath me, but it caused me to see that you weren't on the level that I was on, and that I needed somebody to match that level, if not more. Somebody that was either where I was spiritually or more, which I would prefer somebody that's just a little bit more, because
I feel like for us, for women, we need someone, a little higher, on the spiritual level, because men are supposed to be leaders in the household, point blank, period. So with being a leader, exactly. So with being a leader, you have to spiritually your spouse or your family in the path of God. So for us, I don't feel as though we could bring someone into the kingdom and show them the way, because I feel like we need someone who's already there.
Right.
And I feel like that's sometimes a struggle for us women who are Christians, because we see this guy and he's he's like if he was just a Christian, he would be perfect. If I could just bring him over here and say he does end up, being a Christian, you're still going to be above him in that, spiritual level.
And that's going to aggravate the crap out of you.
Both of you.
And not just, both of you. People try to manipulate the whole men being a leader in the house, because they feel as though that makes them not as equal.
Yeah.
Naturally, we are equal. Naturally, we are equal. Spiritually, the man has to be just a little higher up. Yeah. Not saying that y'all not equal, but because, and I put it this way, a lot of times, and I feel like this gonna come out so wrong, but y'all females, y'all know how y'all be acting. We be up in our emotions a lot, and we sometimes do not know how to think without our emotions. Right. And not saying that we can't lead naturally, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying that spiritually, when God tells us to apologize for something we ain't do wrong, we ain't apologizing.
Nope.
Men have a whole attitude.
Like
men spiritually, when they submit, and I mean like fully submit to God, they will be just a little more quicker. Just a little more quicker to be like, babe, I'm sorry. Right. Why? Because one, God told them to, and two, they don't want attention in the house.
Right. Yeah.
Females will sit there, be cooking you dinner, be. I ain't saying sorry. You ready to eat?
Have a whole attitude.
Have a whole attitude about it. And you know, sometimes women will be quicker to say sorry because, you know, they submit easier. But at the same time, a man can just lead better. Right. In the spiritual aspect. Because when they can let go of that pride and ego, do you know how powerful that is? Yeah. For them to be that vulnerable and that submissive to God, they can be that vulnerable and submissive in the home. And that shows something. I can't even like pinpoint it, and I know that we probably talking around in circles, but you just like hear us in the spirit. Just hear us in the spirit right now. Like, don't look at it as us saying that women cannot lead. Yes, we can. Yeah. We can lead. You have a lot of women, a lot of powerful leaders who are women who are not, who sometimes need to make decisions based off of emotions. Yeah. But we even get frustrated when we're higher up than a man. When we have to keep pulling them up with us. We even get frustrated with that.
Yeah, I feel like because we know it's not our job to.
Right! And it's like, I hate when people say, oh, but I can be a leader. And I can be, no, you can't, because you be with somebody that is underneath you. And then you
aggravate all the time.
And then you
like, dang, why can't he do this? Why can't he? He's supposed to be doing this.
I always gotta do this. I always gotta do that.
Like, I feel like with me, I feel like with both of us, because we're so independent. INDEPENDENT, do you know what that means? And we can do everything by ourselves. Don't mean we should. We have to have someone where we're equal again, but you know, he's just a little bit above, but we're still, you know, we're still strong enough to carry ourselves. But we have that submission where we're allowing someone else to carry us because we know they have the capability. It's when they don't have the capability that we get frustrated, because we can see all the potential in the world, but if they don't actually have the capability of doing something, then that's when it gets frustrating.
Right. I feel like home is where you should be able to let your guard down. Yeah. When you're out in the world, you're this strong woman, you're this independent woman, you're this woman who pretty much handles everything. I mean, handle everything. You're this woman who does this, that, and third. You got about 50 versions of yourself in the world. When you come home, and as in when you come home to your husband, to your family, that should be where you don't have to be that woman to handle everything. Where you could just kind of zen yourself out and be like, all right, let me get the family together. Let me be the peace. Let me make this house a home. Men, you guys are the ones to just build the house. Yeah. Y'all have to just provide it. Let us do the rest. But y'all provide it. We shouldn't be the ones having to provide it. Y'all plant the seed, let us be the ones to just go ahead and water it. Right. But we shouldn't have to plant the seeds and water it. Right. Basically. And that's just, you know, that's just what it is. There was a Christian couple who said that men provide, women nurture it. You think, and it's the truth. Yeah. Men plant the seed, we give life. Yeah. We grow it and we give. When you bring in the money, what we go do? We make sure there's a couch somewhere. We make sure that the interior decorating is looking pretty. We make sure all that looking nice. All right, you provide, we got you. Right. We got you.
I feel like I feel like a lot of guys now, they feel as if they deserve being submitted to, and then that their girlfriend or whatever should do everything for them, baby them, do all the things for them that a wife would do. But
you ain't put no ring on my
First of all, you ain't put no ring on it. Second of all, do you even deserve it? Are you doing the things that you're supposed to be doing as the man in the relationship, as the leader? Because if you're not, then you don't deserve nothing.
You don't. I'm sorry.
Like,
you don't.
And that frustrates me because men do believe that women should submit to them. But if you're not worth submitting to, then you're not gonna get that. Like, for me, I'm independent. I'm strong all by myself. Like, I'm good. I feel like I don't need a man to complete me or whatever it is. But for the right person, for the right man, the guy that is doing what he's supposed to be doing, as as my partner, as my equal, as a leader, you can get whatever you want.
You get whatever you like.
You get whatever you like.
Exactly. But if you're not doing your job, who's to say that a girl is supposed to just give you whatever?
Right.
Like, that don't.
And that's the same thing with a female too.
Yep.
You can't come into a relationship and just feel like you can just kick your feet up, sit back, and just let him provide every doggone thing. But
No.
If he providing the house, boo boo, you gotta make it a home.
You gotta do something.
It's an equal partnership. You gotta do something. If you don't know how to cook, at least clean something. At least make sure the kids ain't driving y'all nuts. At least make sure, and if y'all don't have kids, go walk the dog. Since you don't know how to cook nothing, go walk the dog.
Yeah.
Go walk the dog. Like, y'all can't think that y'all have to just be spoiled and y'all don't do nothing to spoil him, because y'all kings and queens.
Right.
So that works together hand in hand. Okay?
And if
hand in hand.
make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in order to get what you think you deserve.
Right.
But yeah, that is our Thirsty Thursday for you.
Make sure once again that y'all like, subscribe, and please comment. We just want to hear y'all thoughts. Okay.
Like, let's talk. Like, let's have a conversation about it.
Right. Like I said before, hit us up in our DMs. Let us know. Send us some stories, because our Thirsty Thursdays, we want to actually do some stories.
Right.
To see that y'all actually watching and following and showing some love. So send us some stories. We'll read them. We'll do little shout outs here and there. And just click that bell so you get that notification right here.
Notification.
Yes. So that way you know when a video is about to be uploaded. And just show some love.
We will see you on the next Thirsty Thursday.